Hello everybody, my name is Ashley. For those of you who don't know me, I am a co-owner for Dabble here in Springfield. We're an arts and crafts studio, and I wanted to start this video off by thanking you all so much for coming and stopping by the shop and just enjoying everything that Dabble has to offer. It's been so cool just creating things with you guys and just enjoying, spending so much time with you and getting to know all of you. You've certainly made the shop what it is today, and we can't wait to continue to do that for the long term. But I come to you today because I have an idea for a project, and it's one that has been in my heart and on my mind since before we opened the shop, and I just wanted to kind of explain the origin of where it came from and why it's so important to me and why I think it will be beneficial for people within our community and surrounding areas. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Before I start explaining my story, I do just want to insert a trigger warning. This is going to be regarding things like grief and loss and death and just things of that nature. I know not everybody is in a place where they can handle that kind of a conversation, or maybe you're just not in a moment of your day where you want to deal with those kinds of emotions. And if you're one of those people, I would encourage you to, stop the video at this point. But if you are somebody who has recently dealt with those topics, struggled with those subjects, I would encourage you to continue listening to hear what maybe we would have to offer for you. So first I want to tell you why this is important to me. So last year I was pregnant right around this time of year, last April. And I went into my doctor's office. He confirmed it, and it was a surprise. It was a very happy surprise. I remember I got up and I just gave him the biggest hug, cried tears of happiness, and a week later found out that the pregnancy wasn't viable and I was going to be losing that pregnancy for a couple of weeks. And I spent a lot of time kind of mentally getting through it, telling myself that, my body was doing something incredible. It caught something that, nobody else could catch, and it was saving me from, even further pain or possibly the suffering of a future child. And I managed to get through it. And then come May, a little later in May, I was pregnant again, and another surprise pregnancy, one that I had kind of prayed for after my loss, but still not planned. That pregnancy was a hard pregnancy. I was pregnant for 11 weeks, and I have something called hyperemesis when I'm pregnant, which means that I vomit anywhere from 15 to 30 times a day. So it was a very hard pregnancy. I lost quite a lot of weeks of productivity, of being with my daughter, of just like all of the things. And I lost that pregnancy also. Excuse me. So, anybody who's dealing with grief, anybody who's dealing with loss, that sometimes it can feel very lonely. It hits you at just the most random moments. Excuse me. And it's hard to kind of place those feelings somewhere. So my project that I'd like to offer people here and surrounding anywhere really who wants to come into Dabble, we offer something called resin, which is it's a liquid that turns into a solid. It almost turns into like an acrylic solid. We offer these really big cubes, and I'll post a picture later of what that looks like, that you can just add things into. It can be pictures, it can be objects, it can be just about anything. And so what I decided I was going to do to kind of memorialize my losses, I'm going to take my sonogram from my pregnancy last year, the one that lasted long enough for that, and I'm going to put it within some resin. And I've got some grass clippings from a shared grave that came from my daughter's shared grave with other people's babies. And I'm going to add that into my cube, and I plan to just write things down, things like how I'm feeling, thoughts from when I was pregnant, thoughts from, the road that I've gone through from, when I lost the baby in August to now, and just add all of those things into my resin, along with some just like really pretty things so that it's visually pleasing. And I plan to just kind of make a memorial cube for Leanna. I named her Leanna Lynn. And this is something that I feel would be beneficial for anybody else who is struggling, even just some of the time with coping with loss. I think that if you've had a loss, there's always going to be those moments where it just kind of hits you and it takes the wind out of you. I think having a physical representation, something that you made with your own two hands, would be very beneficial. So if I have the interest, if I have people who are, wanting to make these projects, I want you to feel welcome to come and have your emotions and share, your feelings, share what, your memories, just, do whatever feels right in the moment without feeling like you're being judged or you're going to disturb somebody else's good time or whatever. And so I think that here soon we will start offering something that I want to call Mournful Monday, where I will keep the shop closed to the public a couple of hours later than normal. And for those closed hours, we can have people into our shop who want to make those memories, who want to come in and they want to, maybe consult about like what kind of things can we put in there? Would this work? Can we do this or that? What molds do you have? What do you recommend for this? Just answer questions, do the actual project, and just connect over it. So if this is something that you are interested in, I would like to keep the group small, 5 or 6 people, and just reach out. You can call or text our store number and I will get back to you, and I will be the one there to personally ensure that things turn out the way that they need to turn out. So with that being said, now that we've had this grim discussion, I hope to meet you, and I hope that this is something that helps you as much as it just the thought of it has helped me. And I hope to see you soon for whatever project it is you're interested in. Thanks.